Okay, I'm going to work on the top gears just a little bit here and kind of go through step by step. So what I've got here is I had a new old stock car, went back in the day, and I pulled the gears out of it and I stuck them in a baggie. And this is the gears that came out of that car. So these gears have basically no use at all on them, other than, I guess, running 20 feet down the Aurora assembly line. So, way back in 1970 or whenever. So basically brand new gears. They're not, if you can get good gears off of a Pat Applied chassis, that's the older ones. Those are hard to get. They don't make new old stock ones of those, but you can find a gently used one possibly. The gears in that are usually very, very good. That was the best quality top gears, and I do have some of those, but in this one I'm going to go with something that's a little more readily available. A lot of people have new old stock chassis around with such parts in them. So generally these work pretty good too. You may need a little bit more work, but we'll get to that in a bit. So the first step I want to go over is the fitment of the idler gear to the idler post. So pick a side up. It looks like this one's got a little stripe across it. That's probably where the gear plate clamp was over the car for I don't know, 40, 50 years and inside the box. So I'm gonna say that's side up. Just what the heck. And this fits on there nice and loose, and you can spin it real good. Let me move this over this way a little. And but it may be a little loose, so you turn it over and it falls out. So it's a little sloppy. Not bad, but you know, we ought to snug that up a little. So what I got here, I've got some tools. This is the RTHO gear peener, post peener I should say, with my flat tip screw. And I made up some collars. This one's 100,000 diameter hole in the collar. And what this does is it goes around the idler post here, so it prevents you from mashing the idler post too much. So basically, to set this dude in the machine here, push that in all the way, and then you run this down until it's down inside the collar and pushing on the top of the idler post. And I'm just going to give it like almost a half a turn and let it sit there for a few seconds, and then back it off and then see where we're at. You can sneak up on this a little bit. There's no reason to overshoot. If you overshoot, it's a little harder to fix. Yeah, so I basically overshot just a little. But anyway, they tend to shrink down after a minute, so it's probably okay. Yeah, it still comes off. It's just, oh, there we go. It's loosened up already. Look at that. But it stays on when you flip it over. But you can knock it off. So that's pretty good. So just a little tightening on that. That's the beauty of using a new old stock gear. You know, the hole's pretty close to spec. And this is a brand new, well, at least lightly used top plate. It doesn't show any usage. So, you know, it might have been off a new old stock chassis as well. Another thing, well, I guess the next thing to do would be just to put start putting the gears in. So I'll get my trusty gear press. It's this guy right here, and it's already queued up with the anvil for the 14-tooth gear in there. Look at it real close and make sure it's all cleaned out. No residue in there. Doesn't hurt. Just to be doggone sure, just to come along with a rag and make sure you don't have any burr. You know, they get a little chunk of metal in there or something like that, and it'll screw up the whole process. Make sure that's clean. And you can put it back in. Get your top plate. Good blob of oil going in there. Oil that shaft up real good. A little oil will stick to the top of the shaft, which is going to come in handy in just a second when I drive the gear on. So looks like this was the side that's down, so I'll put it in there like that. Bring this down. Eventually it's going to contact the gear. There we are. Contacted the gear. Okay. And just tighten it on down a bit. Hopefully it's tight enough. Let's take a look here. Yep, it's on there tight. It's a little vertical slop, not much, but see how that spins? It's nice and smooth. Okay, so the first gear's in. So now we're just going to take it step by step. Oh yeah, take a look at the gear. Well, I guess when you put it in the chassis, you can see. Put the clamp on real quick, and just kind of look down the chassis here and make sure it's not wobbling like crazy. If you get it on crooked, it'll do this. You don't want that. If it's on crooked, just pop it back off somehow and try again, or put a different gear on. Every now and then you get one that goes on crooked and just they drilled the hole wrong or whatever. Anyway, that looks good. So yeah, it's ready to spin up. So basically, you're going to put it in one gear at a time, and you're going to spin it up and make sure nothing went crazy. Make sure you turn your power on. So yeah, it runs nice and smooth. Okay. Next step is put on the idler gear. It goes in like that. Oil it real good. Oil it real good. Well, oil on the gear teeth and everything. Just oil the hell out of it. The oil doesn't hurt a thing here. Put the clamp back on. Okay, you can hear some gear noise there. There's probably a little gear work in the future for this thing if we're going to maintain these gears. It's a little loud. They're not meshing great. Now you can try. Every now and then this works. You just pop this gear off and flip it upside down. Try it the other way. Sometimes that actually works, and amazingly enough, not in this case. It sounds just as bad, if not worse, that way. So I'm going to go back the other way, and we're going to run it that way. So the stripey side is up. Okay, so next step, I'm just going to put the combination gear on. So the 9-tooth is already on the shaft. I could take that off and put the shaft onto here, and then test the top gears all unique or all by themselves without the bottom gear. But in this case, I'm getting a little lazy, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume the best and put that top gear on along with the 9-tooth all on the shaft. So what we're going to do is going to oil this real good, oil that hole real good, put this guy through, and I've queued up the press. Oops, queued up the press with the 24-tooth anvil, and I'm going to come along, run this down a little bit, all right, and I'm going to run this in and put on that gear. Okay, it's going on. You want just a little bit of slop. Not a hell of a lot, just a little. No more than absolutely necessary. You got to be able to see a little gap. It's got to turn freely and all. This thing's going on really tight. I think it's fighting me a little. It must be either the shaft's pretty big or the hole in the gear is kind of small. Okay, it turns freely. Make sure it's turning freely, and then kind of look down the shaft and see if there's any excessive wobble to this gear. Looks pretty straight to me as I look at it.